I want to be live, but I swear, not easy. Papa rapping my own man, I get it, the market was doing, I'm breaking the profit. On my way, people calling me names, all the trouble I see, I ain't do at the peace. When they're suffering, those success, I can't pay the code, only how I get paid. Sooner or later, my hustle pay. Let me, and I'm rushing myself. Keep it cool, everything have a CC. Too much rushing, I probably chasing. One day, only one day. I'll get it cool. One day,
I'm also gonna pay one day. Any mess can gonna see my face. Me pa, I know I'm not watching it. One day, success gonna come my way. I know my hustle gonna pay one day. Any mess can gonna see my face. Me pa, I know I'm not watching it. One day, success gonna come my way. Yeah. My mama was so worried. My papa was so worried. My friend was your money. Any mess that will come on at least. So I on my way. 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 I'm on my way to this class and I'm looking for money. Looking for money, looking for money. I want to make mama happy. Want to make papa happy. Want to make all my brothers and sisters to come around me.
Hey, Captain Go, why you know also? Why saying the book by the Genesis? Shall come at the fire, shall come at the power. I feel never be working on Wednesday. In my love for the mind, in my love for the mind. Or in the dark, or in the week, or in the week. In the sun,
my mama was so worried.
My
papa was so worried. My friend was your money. Any mess that will come on that knees. So I on my way. 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 I on my way.
Amando, you are a famous star now.
How long has this business been in operation?
We've been in business for about 5 years now.
How has the cooperation of the community been?
It's been pretty much supportive, not just Africans, but also our brothers and sisters of the African American community also been supportive, as well as other African and even other nationalities. So far, so good. We've been having a lot of support from different ethnic groups and different nationalities.
welcome to Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. It's in the lower 60 degrees in Providence, Rhode Island. It's wake up this morning. And if you listen to the news yesterday, it's gonna be rain. And that's what we need. We need some rain. So get out that raincoat, that umbrella. Be careful how you drive today. Put on your seatbelt. Remember, there are air pockets on the roads caused by the water sitting down and you speeding and getting there. We had that aerial movement that you don't need this morning. Seatbelts, safety first. Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson has spoken. So, my topics for this morning are exclusive interview with Miss Stephanie Beaute, candidate for Secretary of State of Rhode Island. 2, learning the frying method with Dr. Glenn S. Prescod, Community Self-Help Vocational Baking School on the Buduburam Refugee Camp in the West African Republic of Ghana. So, let me take a sip of my coffee. Then I bring my guest on. She's in the background listening right now. I bring my guest on and we'll start this show. Okay? Let's go to Black Business and hear what they got to say before we go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. This morning, I'm at the Black Business Association. And before me is the founder and CEO, Miss Lisa Wrangling. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Chesson. Thank you so much for being here with us. We are so excited when you come through these doors. It's always so refreshing to see you and to welcome you to the Rhode Island Black Business Association. And of course, I am your awesome friend, Miss Lisa Wrangling, founder and CEO of this great organization we go by and call REBA.
Lisa, tell us about REBA.
Yeah, REBA is an organization. Can you imagine? We're going on 12 years old. Rhode Island Black Business Association was founded to create opportunities and build community through business development. And we support small businesses. We help them with access to capital, access to technical assistance for them to grow and thrive and create jobs. And we know when businesses are creating jobs, they actually hire real people. We are moving people from poverty to sustainability. It's a win-win for all of us. In addition, we offer a 7-month leadership development training program that is geared towards high-performing professionals. Again, in Rhode Island, we know that we're hearing people are saying we can't find people of color, black and brown leaders. Well, in partnership with University of Rhode Island and the Department of Labor and Training, we are offering a 7-month leadership development training program that is going to impact companies out there. So any company that wants to diversify their workforce, they need to connect with the Rhode Island Black Business Association. We can help them with their talent development, their pipeline program. Right now, we have over 50 professionals that will be starting in the next cohort in the fall, in October. And again, this is a program that is funded by DLT and in partnership with University of Rhode Island. We are changing the face of leadership in Rhode Island. In addition, we have several other programs. The microloan program, which grants loan anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. And we have a forgivable loan program up to $5,000. You can find us on web, www.ri-bba.org, or you can call the office at 401-383-1179. We look forward to servicing you. Join us.
What message do you have for the people?
Well, we have our upcoming gala coming up October 28th Friday, October 28th. It will be at the Omni. Tickets will go on sale. Early bird tickets will go on sale very shortly. Connect us, and we look forward to servicing you and having a good time this fall.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We look forward to talking with you again soon.
Alrighty. Take care. Stay blessed.
Bye-bye. Well, we're back. As you know, this year is elections. I think in September, the Democratic Party will be having the primaries, and people will have the opportunity to choose the candidate of their choice to represent the Democratic Party during the next election. So that's the primary. And we have one candidate here that's coming up for Secretary of State of Rhode Island. So let me bring her on. And let's welcome Miss Stephanie Beaute. Miss Beaute, let's hit the scene.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
I'm sorry I had to go through my ads and all.
No, this was awesome. I got to hear about so many great things going on. So this was awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you.
Well, I'm glad you could get up 6 o'clock this morning to be on my
Oh,
show.
I'm up at 5 every day. I'm up at 5.
That's the spirit, girl. So, Miss Beaute, tell us about yourself now.
Sure. So my name is Stephanie Beaute. I grew up in Providence on the West End. So that's towards Gilbert Stewart area. I actually went to Gilbert Stewart for middle school. I graduated from Hope High School, Blue Wave. And then I went to URI as part of the talent development program. I'm a very proud TD alumni for folks who know what that means, especially as a person of color, to be able to have those support systems there at URI. It is a huge, huge deal for us. So I worked as a social worker for a number of years. I worked for a couple of different companies. And then I decided to pursue my master's degree. And so I have a master's in information systems. And I've been in technology ever since. I worked for a software company in Boston, and then GE actually poached me on my first day. I put my car in park. They called me and they said, "Hey, I think we have a better job for you. You'd be a good fit here." And then I worked at GE ever since until COVID. Then I was laid off. And then now I work for a venture capitalist startup company in Boston, which I'm very proud of. So I'm a senior product manager in integrations and APIs, which is just a boring way of saying having two different systems speak to each other and have those systems connect. And then prior to that, at my tenure at GE, I worked in cyber risk management, which is just a boring way of saying keeping information inside. And for the folks who are outside, we want that information to stay outside. And managing their GE at Work mobile app is something that me and my team built. Working on GE divestitures, which is spinning up businesses and selling them off. So at the time there was 12 and now there's 3. My team of 7 was able to bring in $25 billion of revenue in a single quarter. So I know how to work with big budgets. I know how to work with small budgets and to be able to maximize revenue. So that's a little bit about myself.
Wow, you hang with the Liberian community a lot.
Oh yes, oh yes, they're my people.
Oh, for a woman like you, we say you know Prana Bogo.
Yes, we know. I know book. My mom told me book were important. It was book. She said, "Don't worry about main business. Book that area that we focus on."
You miss high tech.
Yes. Yes.
All these systems you combine, you get confusing me. I got lost somewhere in between. Now I'm like, what is girl talking about now? Okay, so let's get back. Okay, let's put the technical thing aside because the other one you're running for, that the people. Okay.
Yes.
So, have you ever run for elected position for before?
No, I've never run for an elected position. I think that the reason why I'm running now, which is why it's the most important, is how do we use technology in the space, especially since Rhode Island has been so behind in our technical infrastructure to make it work for people. So, for example, when you go to voting, I don't know if you watched the news, actually, last week there was an issue for anyone who voted early and received a Spanish ballot, that the information that was in the voting system was from last election. And so those votes are already trash. They're not going to be counted. So this is why it's so important to have someone with technical experience and not a politician running things of this nature. And also the Secretary of State's office should be neutral. It should not matter. So electing career politicians who've been in this government space for 10, 20 years, it's telling you all about their resume of what they've done.
Let me stop you right there because you're combining my second question with my third question.
Oh, sorry.
My second question was, have you run for elected position? You said no. Now my third question is, what do you hope to bring to this position?
You see, I was so excited.
Go ahead.
I was so excited.
You're on the right course, so I just want to combine them before you keep going. I said, no, why do I have to? But my third question go on. So say you're on the path already, let me combine them. And what do you hope to bring to this office? Hit it.
I think that having someone who is politically neutral is so important because when we see at the last election how polarizing it was between Democrats and Republicans, the Republicans were like, no, the votes are not valid. This is not valid. So having someone who's politically neutral, right, in a Secretary of State office is important. So me not being a politician is actually the best qualification because when it comes to the technology, I know it. And then when you know that you're voting, you're saying you're using a system that is updated and it works well, right? And whatever the outcome is, everyone can go away in peace. And another reason that what I'm bringing to the Secretary of State's office is the flourishing of businesses. Any business that needs to be open requires to go through the Secretary of State's office. It is so important to empower our people and all people to be able to be successful and to thrive. When you think about communities, if small businesses are thriving, those communities are thriving. You won't have the issue of welfare, Section 8, food stamps, none of those things, because your business is literally bringing money to you and your family and into the community, because those same people are circulating the money. The money stays within the community, and that helps communities to be able to grow. So I want to see more businesses be successful within.
So how does that balance the economic system, the big business versus small business?
That is a great.
What chances do small businesses have when big businesses are continually growing and gobbling up the smaller businesses?
That is true. But here are some of the great perks of having a small business, because we see in Massachusetts, they even do it too. So some people start startups, which is like a small group, like 7 people, 5 people. They get together, they create a company, they build it, and then they want to sell it to be acquired. And then they make millions of dollars. But that is based on whatever your preference or your goal is. Some people choose to not be engulfed by a startup and to just go and scale the business themselves to make it larger from 7 to 100 employees. They can do that. But with small businesses are always the ones that are eating up the taxes, where large businesses get the tax breaks. And so I think if we can pivot our attention into making sure that small businesses are successful and thriving, that would shift the mindset of folks who don't think that small businesses can succeed. I want us to be able to show with metrics and to be able to show the communities that they have a backing of a Secretary of State who is solely invested into making sure that their businesses are successful, providing them the best resources, the best outlet, and to have an open door access. I think that that's important. Transparency. There's a saying that says, what is done in darkness always comes to light. I don't want darkness. I want the doors to stay open. So you always know you have access. You always have information available, and we're supporting your business. We want you to be successful.
So how does all of this transfer into making money?
It does. So opening a small business and being able to start your own company helps you as your family, whether it is owning a restaurant, whether it's a lounge, or whatever it is that your heart desire, or even opening your own, which I would love to see more assisted living places or nursing homes by our communities, right? Because we're in these spaces, why not own them, right? So having that type of revenue bringing income would make you to hire more folks. So let's say, for example, you open your own nursing home or your own group home. I know many people have opened their own group homes. The same people that are in these jobs, imagine hiring some of your own, or even when college kids are looking for experience and they're coming out of school looking for experience, right? You're hiring new fresh faces to come and join. Those are the type of things that we get to see.
So I mean, how does this your scheme of helping small business help them get the finances they need?
So I would like to go through a step where I vet out any loans before you take out a loan, because there are shark loans out there, meaning you take a bad loan. You work so hard to get into that space, and now you have a bad loan in front of you. So I want to be able to vet out the system and make sure that all of the list of loans that we have available as recommendations, that those are the things that you would actually be open to. I can't tell you which ones you should take, but I can advise you on what I would do, right? And then another thing is some folks are better at money management than others. So what if we had accountants, right, that would be able to assist you? Now, these accountants will not be free, of course, because they have to work and to be able to sustain, but you had a list of accountants to help you to make sure that you're able to manage the resources or the revenue that's coming into your business, and to be able to generate cash flow. We want you to be able to improve your business, right? So as you're making money, you can, buy more things to make sure that your place is top notch, top key. We want people to be attracted to your space, and we want to support you to keep your businesses open. Another issue is currently the Secretary of State's office and the Division of Taxation do not speak. They don't speak at all. And so having someone with an API integrations background to either work on the back end to make those two systems connect would give people the heads up that they're required to pay these taxes. Right now, if you open a small business, this Division of Taxation doesn't have to tell you anything. They tell you afterwards, after you get the bill. And then you're just like, what happened? What do you mean I owe this money? I didn't know I had to pay this, right? So we want to remove these fallbacks, these sinkholes, loopholes that people are using to affect small businesses being able to grow and to scale. And so these things are important in combating those spaces by using technology, being able to be empathetic, of being someone who's from the community, being able to see the drawbacks of the system and how it's plagued, right? And being able to resolve those from the inside and show the value from the outside. So there's a lot of work to do in that space, but it's work that I can do, and it's work that can be done.
So it's like setting up an outreach agency within the State Department.
Nope. So when you go to get a license to operate your business, you have to come to the Secretary of State's office. When you go to the website, we want to change it so that way you have literally a checklist of things that you need to do. So that way you are informed. I need an EIN number. I need to make sure that I connected with the Division of Taxation to make sure. So I'm making sure that you have all of the steps that you need. Very simple, very cut and dry to your face, so that way you can get everything that's all set. Then, if you need a loan or you need advice on certain things, those type of information being on the website to say, here are some recommendations that we have. I can't tell you which one to pick, right? Because that would be illegal. But to say, here are some of the recommendations that we have. Here's where you should go to be able to have those type of conversations. And then after you get those loans for your businesses, that is how we know to go to the next step. Oh, I'm sorry, my dog.
I'm asking about that aspect of your ideal, because how will you establish this list of businesses or outreach that people can go to if they need loans or if they need tax assistance? Other than the things you put on the list that they should check off, you talk about people helping them with the tax questions and different things. How will you be able to access people to help with us with that kind of thing?
Great question. So research, right? So to look through, vet out, having a team to be able to screen all of the folks that we think that are really, really great for our communities, to make sure that businesses are thriving and successful. And then from there, when you go onto the site, literally being able to select, if you have the option of saying, I don't need this, right? So you click no. So that information doesn't pop to you because you don't need a new loan or et cetera, you're good. But if you do need some, then we can kind of say, hey, select this. And then there would be some appointment times with whoever is available based on their calendar availability. That way you can decide at your leisure who you want to talk to. So we're trying to remove bottlenecks in the process and streamline it for you in order for you to be successful in whatever business area that you're looking to enter into. So how do we make our government work for us? And so by the government putting in that effort, right? You pay taxes, right? There's a reason why you pay taxes, right? So now this is the point where your tax dollars needs to work for you and to be able to generate revenue for you. So it's a way to get the money back into your pocket. How can I help you be successful in that area?
So will it require additional work, additional hiring of people?
I think at this point in time, I would like to vet out what is currently available. But I think also with the folks who have certain skill sets, it may or may not require hiring of folks who have stronger background in that space into the Secretary of State's office in order to be able to make sure that we're making informed decisions. And my platform, I want to focus on hiring folks, no offense to the other places, but hiring folks from Rhode Island to be able to be in these spaces and provide feedback to what is the best approach. We have so many brilliant minds here in our state that we want to make sure that we're doing our due diligence to bring in that type of knowledge in here.
So what challenges do you anticipate?
Oh, I anticipate that the challenges would probably be from folks who have been career politicians for so long and who are comfortable with things being the way that they are for the sake of a power grab. So I'm expecting a lot of pushback from folks. Oh, that's not how we do things here. That's not how. Well, I understand that that's not how we do things, but the way that we're doing things doesn't work for the community and it doesn't work for the people. And so how can I get you to be on board so that way you as a district representative or a state representative or a ward representative understand the needs of the community and that you're actually doing your due diligence to provide them support in that area.
Wow. I mean, this is fantastic. At least we have people running for offices from our community that are qualified.
I agree.
It's not just politics, the old boy system, just run for the position. You know, listening to you and the ideals you want to bring to this office and how you want to augment the system that is already in place. It's exciting and innovative too. So besides the political challenges, you see any other challenges?
No, I am used to challenges, especially when you work for big businesses that have, idea of how they would like things to be done. So I'm not afraid of those. I think what I'm concerned with is how to change the old mindset of politicians to be able to actually care about the communities that they represent and be able to showcase that.
Fantastic. So before we conclude this interview, what message do you have for my community?
I would say that we're told time and time again, who are the folks that we're going to elect? We're told time and time again, by electing this person who doesn't look like us, who doesn't even carry our values, that this is the person that folks have decided should win. I'm challenging you to do something different. We have seen how having a person like Nelly Gorbea as Secretary of State caused for the Latino community to flourish, and their businesses have flourished in that time. And that has been a positive change for the Latino community, right? I want us to be able to have that same experience. We keep doing the same thing of history, electing folks who are career politicians, making promises, not following through. But what we saw was the difference of having representation. Representation does matter. It matters in a great deal. And so having someone as Secretary of State, when it comes to businesses, make sure that we thrive. When it comes to voting rights and voting integrity, those are important elements for democracy to be able to be stabilized. And so I want us to be able to show up at the polls to vote. Don't wait for the 13th. Vote today. You can do early voting now. We're asking you to tell your family, tell your friends, tell the people, even a person you don't like, I want you to call her up too and have her.
That's Liberia way.
Yes.
You want Liberia or me just so you can.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Bring the Oma. I beg you. Bring the Oma. Carry her to. Bring her to vote. Yeah, be kind to your Oma. Respect them. The old aunties and the ladies. Yeah, show up and vote. Vote. This election matters. It matters. Everyone waits for the general election. I'm telling you right now, if you do not vote, the community will stay the same. We will be complaining about the same issue. And then we will say, our young people don't do this. Our young people don't do that. So it's really important that we do that.
Who that man behind you? That your little man?
That's my daughter. Yes.
Oh, that's your daughter. I couldn't see her face.
Yes, I can see that.
So
oh my goodness. So this is the joy of being a mom.
Yeah, you see that you're a politician. So let me end this if I need to pick your little daughter. Well, we just want to wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
You got an event coming up. Tell us about it.
Sorry?
You have an event coming up.
Yes, we're doing a meet and greet. So I'm inviting everyone to come. I apologize for my daughter. She's crying. It's early in the morning.
No, that's the kid. We used to that.
Yes. We're having a meet and greet at 235 Promenade Street in Providence. So that's literally right across from the mall. I'm inviting y'all to come. We're doing a meet and greet and fundraiser. Come meet me. Come join me. Get to know me. There's a lot of people in the Liberian community that already know me. So y'all welcome too. But the folks that don't know me, come by, come stop through. It's an opportunity to just discuss the changes that we're really trying to focus and bring in with fresh face, exciting fresh blood, new perspective to really shake it up in the Secretary of State for you guys. Yeah,
I hear you. Miss Stephanie Beaute, thank you very much for this interview. I wish you all the best. And I will keep you up to par with my community. So
of course, I'm still there.
Well, we gotta vote you into place then. Thank you very much.
I want my community to show up and to put the lapa out so we can celebrate. We're celebrating in our office.
I hear you, girl. Well, thank you very much. It's nice meeting you again.
Dude, thank you.
Have a good day. And tell your kid hi.
I will.
And sorry for taking her mom away from her.
I know.
Thank you very much. Have a good morning.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Miss Stephanie Beaute, who's running for Secretary of State of the state of Rhode Island. This interview, I think, was very informative, and she's bringing a new system of leadership to our State Department to help our people, not only our community, but all communities to grow and thrive. We talk about small businesses. You know how important small businesses are, how everybody trying to grow their own livelihood and standard of living. Nothing wrong with us. So, Rhode Island, give the sister a shot. We need one black person in the Secretary of State too. We got Miss Fortune running for the City Hall in Providence, and we got Miss Beaute running for the State Department. So we have choices. Support these candidates, and let's move forward in a progressive future ahead of us. Thank you all for watching this interview. Let's go to some ads before we move on, okay? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tony Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson. I'm at Flames, the Jamaican restaurant in Providence, Rhode Island. I'm here with the proprietor. Ma'am, could you kindly tell us your name and how long this business has been here?
My name is Sophia, and this business has been here for 6 years.
What kind of support have you received from the community?
Great support. We receive great support from the community.
And especially the African community?
The African, the Spanish, and then we're close to the hospital, so there's a lot of people that come by from the hospital. All different culture.
Wow, that's
Everybody
nice.
want to try something new.
Yes, I just took a shot of some of your food here. It seems very delicious, and I've had some of them too. Some of your meal.
Yeah.
What message do you have for your customers?
They could come anytime. Come anytime. We treat our customer with great respect.
Thank you very much, Sophie.
You're welcome.
And I hope you have good luck here as long as you're here.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too, dear. Thanks.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Tony Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson. This morning, I'm in Seacom on Thornton Avenue at Sarcastic Sweets. I'm here with the proprietor. Ma'am, could you introduce yourself to us and tell us how long you've been here?
So my name is Nina Reed. I'm from Anchorage, Alaska, but I've had the store here in Rhode. I had it based in Rhode Island for 10 years, where I had my food truck, and this is our first year in Seacom, Massachusetts. So we've been here for a full year as of August 19th.
So tell us about Sarcastic Sweets.
So what to tell you about Sarcastic Sweets? We started out as a food truck. We do custom orders, cakes, weddings, pickups, deliveries, birthday parties, colleges, fundraisers, churches, which is very important to me. We do all of those types of events, but then we were finally able to get a store through a lot of savings and fundraising and things like that here in Seacon, Massachusetts. So we still service Rhode Island quite a bit, but we also service a lot of Massachusetts. And we have the bakery portion, which is Sarcastic Sweets, and the Alaska Treehouse portion of things, which is the breakfast, lunch, smoothies, cafe portion of things. So you can come in and do your work like an internet cafe, or you can have breakfast with your family, or lunch. We do breakfast all day, because in Alaska you can have breakfast any time of the day. Any time of the day could be breakfast. Pastries, movie, special orders.
This is fantastic. Well, we're back, and it's time to go out to my people in Ghana. Let's see what they're doing. They ended the practical last week. Now they started the frying method. They're going back to the frying method. They started it before they took a break because they needed more practical training. So we gave them 1 month of practical training. Now they're going back to the frying method. They got 1 or 2 more months to graduate, and they got to complete these courses if they want to graduate. So let's go to Ghana and see what my peoples there are doing.
Doing fried paper this morning. You can see your student. See, our first day for our fried paper today. The student in number today. Please. Yes, the student. You see in the AC there. Yeah, you see in the AC. We're doing paper, fried paper we're doing today. We're finally beginning aspect to fry paper now. You see the student, everybody in number this morning. First day for frying. This everybody out today. And everybody strong. See the student who's at me on work. See here, all the students come out today. I'm not strong, bro. I saw flower here. I have flower here. Something I recording with. Frog, fish pop, wow. What's that? Petit dono. What's calling you?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tony Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Today I'm at Tufts Market on Charles Street and Ledge Street in Providence, Rhode Island. I'm here with the proprietor. Sir, could you kindly tell us your name and how long this business has been here?
My name is Tunde. I've been in business here for the past almost 35 years.
Wow. And what kind of support have you received from the community, especially the African community?
Yeah, it's a good question. The community has been supporting us, been patronizing us. Basically, if you come here, you want to get the best of Africa, this is the right place to come. Tufts Market, 611 Shah Street, Providence, Rhode Island.
Well, thank you very much. I'm sure we're going to spread the news and people will see your business, and I hope more people come to support you.
I really appreciate that, and thank you for coming. God bless you.
Thank you very much. ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Today, I'm at Kebe's African restaurant on the other side of Providence. And she is right here. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Kebe McCann.
Now, Kebe has been here for a while, and this is one of our Liberian restaurants. So, Kebe, tell us how long you've been in this spot and why you decided to get into business.
I've been in this spot for 14 years now. I decided to open this restaurant because of helping people, going out and feeding the homeless, and we need a place where the food be cooked. And I opened this restaurant. Since then, I'm still at the same place, 850 Admiral Street.
So how has the community responded to your effort?
Well, the community has responded greatly to my efforts. I do successful feed the homeless, and people have embraced the business, and it led me to move forward to Liberia to open an orphanage for children in Liberia.
Wow, you have an
all
orphanage?
From this restaurant.
You're kidding me.
And because of the customer has been very nice to me and loyal to me, I was able to go to Liberia 3 weeks ago and open an orphanage in my late mother's name, Eugenia Bright.
Wow. Where's the orphanage?
In New Jersey, Liberia.
Wow. So what message do you have for your customers?
Well, my customers are very loyal to me, and they are very faithful. They always help me when we're doing the backpack giveaway for children every year, which will soon be coming down end of the month. And then we give the food away, the turkey and chicken in November. And because of the customer, all the tips they leave and all the encouragement help me to promote this business and do what I'm doing moving forward. So I love my customers, I love my neighbors, and I love everybody in general.
We thank you very much for your efforts.
Thank you, and God bless you too.
Thank you too. Let the people see the delicious food you're fixing here.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's my show for this morning. I hope you all enjoyed it. I sure enjoyed my interview with Miss Stephanie Beaute. And excuse me. I wish her all the best as she strives as a candidate for Secretary of State of Rhode Island. My show is done. The struggle continues. Aluta continua. Have a good day in the cause of the people.